Hello there folks and welcome back to Season 3 of the Neil Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19. Today is time for the last 16 of the Paul Hunter Classic against the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan, in a best of 5 frames. Now, we got through the first 3 rounds of this tournament fairly unscathed, and that was all in the last 128 to 64 and in the last 32, and that last game we played in the last 32 was a fairly easy win against Martin Gould by 3 frames to nil with a highest break of 95, and as you can see we dominated in pretty much all 3 of those games, and this culminates in the 4th round, the last 16 against Ronnie O'Sullivan, and a chance for pretty quick revenge after our World Championship defeat against the Rocket last year. So let's have a look at our history against Ronnie so far in this career mode. Now, of course, the most recent game, which I've just alluded to, was that last 16 game in the World Championship, which of course was our final episode of Season 2. He beat us there in a best of 25 by 13 frames to 6. However, just a few tournaments before that, we did beat Ronnie in the quarter-final of the Gibraltar Open by 3 frames to 2 in a decider. And the same today wouldn't be too bad, I suppose. But in the 2 games we played before that against Ronnie, in the UK's and the Scottish Open, we lost by 3 frames to 1 on both occasions. So it is 3-1 to Ronnie in terms of the head-to-head. But hopefully today will be a bit of a better result for us. We did go out at the last tournament in the last 16 against Kyron Wilson, so it would be great to get past that today, because I don't want this the start of the season to start with last 16 here, last 16 there, last 16 at the next tournament, because you just don't get any momentum going like that, going out to the first big player who you play against. Of course, no offence to anybody else who we've played against in the tournament so far, but the games against Ronnie and Kyron are obviously the 2 biggest we've played so far, so it'd be great to be on the right side of this result today. I do feel like in the last few matches that I've been able to get my mojo back a little bit. We've had a few other qualifiers which I haven't mentioned. We've played in the China Championship qualifier and in the European Masters qualifier. So actually we've had 5 games since I've last seen you guys, so I think I'm fully prepared. I was watching a rerun of the 2019 English Open final on Eurosport. I think it must have been yesterday when I was working from home, and something that Neil Folds was quite important, and he just said keep it simple. Dave Gilbert was something like 5-1 behind. Obviously Mark Selby went and won that final, but he just said for Dave Gilbert to keep it simple, and I think that's something that we need to probably do as well. Keep it as simple as possible, not try to play anything extravagant, and just be confident in the shots that we play. Don't go for anything that we second guess ourselves. And that is going to be the message for today's video. So if you go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to leave a like. It always helps in the early stages of a new season. And of course, any video against Ronnie O'Sullivan is worth a like. But a good safety there from Ronnie. We're going to play this Finn once again a little bit hard. That is not ideal at all, really. It's okay, though, because nothing's left on. Would be good to bear that in mind, though, for the rest of the match, to just keep things a little bit more precise, but we don't leave anything on, so that's absolutely fine. But in these best of 5s, I always find it really important to win the first frame. I know I do speak about that a lot for you guys who are long-term viewers of the series. I do speak about that a lot, but I think it's important every time you say it again. We played it a little bit hard there, and actually we've missed the red. So that's disappointing. It is. I just think it is mega important, this first frame. Ronnie's going to play again, though, anyway. Interesting safety battle, though, here. That's better. Albeit 1.5% off the sweet percentage that we hit it at, but oh well. We're okay for the moment. We're not going to give anything away at that. There's no point getting impatient, whacking the balls around just so we can get on with this frame. Obviously, there are limits, but I would be willing to spend, I could spend half an hour on this safety battle if it meant Ronnie didn't win the frame, ultimately. Be a bit boring for you guys. Now, if it took that long, I would probably have to cut bits and pieces out, but I think we will get to an end, a climax of this safety battle pretty soon, because as you can see, the balls have pretty much all been moved off their spot, their original spot. I think the final one that Ronnie has just hit has signalled that. But just keeping things nice and thin. Taking no real risks, even though we've not hit the red again. That was a little bit poor, to be honest. And Ronnie might have a sniff with the one next to the pink. I don't think it goes, but it might do. No, just another safety. But we do need to sort this out, really, with the shot power. Or else we could be in a bit of trouble. That is a good safety, that is, actually. So we're going to have to take a risk here. Not much else we can do. We need a bit of help from the bulk cushion. And that is exactly the help I was looking for. So we've got Ronnie O'Sullivan and a snooker. So we've conceded 2 fouls. We got the snooker. And is it paid off? That one hasn't been left. But he's left this one. This will definitely be a starter. Oh, well. Would you believe that? I thought that had gone. Maybe a bit more of a look, potentially, we should have had. But do we get away with it? He's taking on this red. Oh, that's pristine. We should know from when we played Ronnie last time that he can pop pretty much anything. But that's a stinker in terms of luck for us there. Ah, it's a real shame. Oh well. Have to get on with it now. I think the principles we were playing with there, though, were correct. And he's going to do well here to get a frame-winning break, I would say. But this is Ronnie O'Sullivan. He does things that sometimes just aren't imaginable. A little bit close to the cushion there. Might make things a little bit awkward in terms of queuing, but let's see. Of course, these first few tournaments aren't massive for prize money, but all the same, A, it'd be brilliant to win. Just for that tournament in the bank. And B, you know, even in these lesser tournaments, it's about making sure the players above us don't get the prize money. Whether it's 3,000 more or 30,000 or even £300,000 more. It's about getting closer to our rivals rather than those guys getting away from us. But Ronnie is looking strong in this frame. Doesn't look like missing anything. He's playing well. His cue control is up to scratch. And it looks like he's got the balls where he wants them. Which got a little bit unlucky, I think. I think if we'd have been in this situation, we might have got a frame-winning break. Ronnie does things with the balls that I simply can't do. I like to play nice and simple, as I've said before. But Ronnie can mastermind anything, to be honest. Don't call it over just yet, though, in this frame. I called it. Well, commentator's curse on O'Sullivan there. It's a good break of 40, though. But it does certainly give us a chance here to get back in. This red to the right middle's got to go. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Would you believe it? It's not often Ronnie O'Sullivan gives you a chance. And we really should have took that. There was another pot on there, but I thought, no, that would be the nicest one to take on for position, but that is a stinker. He really gave us a chance there, and we couldn't even get a point from it. Well, he'll definitely go on and win the frame now. We had a real chance there. And that was, I thought that was a banker to the middle pocket. Don't think I'd have ever missed that. But it went straight for the jaw, and if it hits the middle jaw, then the middle jaw isn't your friend. Don't quite know what's happened there. Just going to play a safety here. And, well, it's worth a go in this frame, isn't it, to get a snooker on him. think we're going to have to probably clear most of these reds first. And there you go, that's our first pot of the game. Focus on getting some form on the board before we potentially make any attempts to get those 2 points off Ronnie that are needed to win the frame. Just the one snooker needed, obviously. Got to get the points first, though. So we're 69 behind. We're 67 remaining on the table. So it is helpful if we can get the black or at least the pink. But 2 blacks so far. Don't think this red will pass the other one, will it? No, it won't. So I'm going to have to go for this one, which isn't too much a bother. Become a bit unstuck there. We need the middle pocket to work for us this time. It's there this time. Good pot. Good position for either of these reds, in fact. But I think because this one on the cushion is probably going to be hard to get on next time, we will play for the one on the cushion. I overhit that a bit, but that's absolutely fine. So we've kept on the black for most of this break. And those are all the reds gone. Not really sure about a strategy yet, but I just want to get this all correct, if you like. So that's the black gone, so it's down to the colours now. So there's 27 left on the table. And we are 30 points behind. This seems the simplest to play, I would say. Just a shame it is going to probably end up... we haven't quite got a brilliant line for that yellow to end up just behind the brown, sorry, which is unfortunate, but we'll try. Not quite got the snooker there. Bit softer, if anything, to be honest. Would have done it. Just wants to get the ball safe. That was the main thing. So just the one snooker required here. And that could be one. Unless you can see the edge of it. Let's see. Now we can just about get to it. And where is this yellow going? Interesting. It's always going to be tricky to beat Ronnie in the safety battle, but that's exactly what we're going to have to do here. I don't think he'll take the pot on here because it's too close to the cushion, but I mean, it's practically on the cushion, isn't it? He might do. And if he does, that is frame over. Oh, interesting. Trying to apply this down the table. I wasn't really sure what pace to play that at, to be honest, to get it behind the black. But he's missed it, so we've got another chance. And now that yellow is down the table, there is potential to make something happen here. We've got the choice of a snooker on that bulk line, and we've also got the choice of being behind the black. That'd be lovely if it went just behind the green. Not quite going to happen. But we've got the snooker. So just the one foul needed. Oh, but he's hit the yellow. Good lad. Fair play, Ronnie. Good shot. Getting Ronnie O'Sullivan in a snooker's one thing. Him actually committing a foul from that snooker is another, but that is a bit of a stinker. Needs a bit more power on it. We've certainly given this a valiant effort, but I think this will be the shot that wins in the frame. Oh, no, he's missed it again. Perhaps he wants to get us riled, I'm not particularly sure. But even so, we continue on. I think he can get to that, which he can, yeah. Oh, he's hit the yellow. We might as well keep giving this a go. At the end of the day, if we get this one snooker and we clear up, then it's our frame. I mean, not the best attempts at snookers. Again, if hindsight, blah, 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 we could have used more power there. But again, you would think he'd pot this. And that's going on the right line. And despite our best efforts, it looks like unless anything dramatic happens now, Ronnie is going to take the first frame. But it was well worth trying to get that snooker and get him into one. But in the end of it, we got him into a snooker. It wasn't the best snooker. He got out of it. It was tight. It was a good snooker, to be fair. It was tight, and he got out of it. But nevertheless, I think we can be happy with our efforts in that first frame. Just a little bit unlucky more than anything. But fingers crossed, we can bring it back to one each in the next. So on to the second frame here then. As I said, we would love to bring it back to one each. That'd be ideal. But good snooker played by both players there, to be fair. That's a nice break off. Always good when you can leave it that side of the green. This cue ball could end up in a similar position, but it would have been great if it was a bit further over towards the green. So I think that does leave a sniff at this red. He's going to go for it. Not playing it with power, which suggests it could be quite accurate. And it's there. Lovely shot. But just playing the safety. Wasn't interested in anything else there, was Ronnie. Interesting. So we're just going to play this loose red. And get it back up to the baulk cushion. And that is not too bad at all. Going to have a go at this though. No. No good. The red's pretty much ended up in the same position it was actually, funnily enough. Oh, we've overplayed that. We have overplayed that, goodness me. But we get away with it. Because we overplayed it so much. And that red that came out of the pack, he's just put straight back in. So again, much like the first frame, a good safety battle here. This might not be too bad. This might not be too bad. Lovely. So we've got Ronnie into a snooker. But he's got out of it again. But this is definitely on now. Just got to get out of there though. If we pop this, can't be stuck in the reds. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Really should have played with top, shouldn't we? That backspin, you're just rolling from cushion to cushion. Well, to be honest, I think that's frame over. Really do. No, not going to hit the yellow. Any long-term viewers of mine will know I'm the worst at getting out of snookers. And Ronnie will be quite happy to take that on. So even though we were told to keep it simple, sometimes it just doesn't happen, and it feels like it's going to be one of those days today again, unfortunately, but we'll have to see. That's a great pot. Just the odd poor shot. End of the day, the table was open for us in the first frame, and in this frame so far, and it's Ronnie who can get the most out of it. He does just have a style, Ronnie, where everything just seems to flow so well. Could Ronnie O'Sullivan become the new Mark Selby in terms of the curse player? It was Jan Bingtao for a while, then Judd Trump. Of course, last season, it was Mark Selby. And that player could now well become Ronnie O'Sullivan. Can't get too downhearted about this though. We have to work our hardest to get back into this match until it's over. But you would have to say, based on his form so far, that he will go and win this second frame now. I'm just hoping that's a bit of a commentator's curse and he makes a mistake. And he has made one. I ought to say that more often. I think it would lose its charm though, wouldn't it, if I do it too often. But nevertheless, a fantastic shot from Ronnie, even though he wasn't on anything. He played a sublime safety there. Going to take a lot for us to not leave anything here. But at least it's got the safety of bulk. He's going to go for this one, is he? It's not there. He's missed it. Poor shot, Ronnie. But this is tight. It's right on the cushion. Going to tap this in and hope the cue ball doesn't follow. That's about as cute as we could have played that. But that's okay. And there we go. We got the pink. So we've just got to work our way around this tight situation now. And then we could well have a chance to level this up. Hoping to hit this red, get a bit of luck and get on one of those to the middle pocket. But what's our luck going to be? Not bad at all. Need to pop this though. It's there. Good pot. And hopefully we can go on now and win this frame and punish Ronnie. We were almost certain he was going to make it 2-0. But he made the mistake. I thought he played a brilliant safety. But he flirted with the pot and it went wrong. But we're playing okay here. Playing with some nice flair. I was going to go for this red, but I feel like it's going to be easier to get on than this red here. So we'll pop the tougher red. We could have done with not being straight on the black, to be honest. So we might have to reassess our strategy here. Not ideal, really. Anything but straight on that black, and we could have positioned ourselves quite nicely for the red. It just makes this a little tad trickier now. But no problem. In the middle of the pocket, it's absolutely fine. And now onto the colours. It's all level. I'm going to go for the blue. Get on the yellow, obviously. So, with 27 remaining, we are 5 ahead. We've got to just retain our composure. Potential break of 71 on here. And this would be a great steal of the frame. I'm sure it'd give me some confidence as well. Does apply to shorter matches as well as longer ones, that you don't really get your confidence until you've won your first frame. But brown and blue will be enough to do it. If you're a perfectionist, it's not quite straight on the blue, but it should be simple as. And it's there. So barring anything completely dramatic, we're back to 1 each. And that is an ultimate steal. Well played there. Pink's there. And for a total clearance of 71, just need the black. And that is a good clearance and puts us well back in the game. Really happy with that. Great stuff. So it's us with the upper hand, but we can't get confident, can't get too cocky. Just play the way we've played so far. And hopefully we get a bit of luck with that. He's certainly not a bad break-off. Cue ball right nestled on the bulk cushion. And the reds, pretty much in formation, bar the one that's moved by the black. Not so much like that now. And he's going to hit the brown full ball. This is the best chance we've had so far. Right, now, I played with, what's it bloody called now? Backspin. I don't know what I was going to say, behind spin then. Deary me. Played with backspin before, and it didn't work. So, choose some topspin there, and clearly it did work, so that's good to see. Now, just a black we can get on here, so we're going to have to play it and hope for the best. Won't hurt to give this a good whack, I don't think. And as you can see, the strategy of hit and hope did work. Maybe only for that one shot. Not something I'd recommend using all the time, but sometimes it just works. I'm not going to go for that red actually, because if we choose the black, I think we can get a little bit awkward. We can end up too far down the table, and I don't want to do that. On this top cushion with the black. The way the reds are, it's going to be tricky to manoeuvre. So we're going to go for the blue. Be a bit reluctant to do it usually, but seeing as it's pretty much straight, I don't have too many reservations about it. And it's there. It's a nice pot. Can't complain about that. Hit this one nice and hard. What's our position like? Good for anything but the blue. And we can get on the green, luckily. So a bit of a get out of jar free there. That wasn't the best shot in the world, but sometimes, as I said before, you just need to hit and hope. And that's absolutely fine to be on a red. Got no particular strategy here because the reds are quite fluid in terms of they're really spaced out, which makes a conventional break a little bit of a problem. Just a bit fearful of going down for that black. Because of how the reds are situated, it's quite likely that we're going to end up snookered or similar. Especially knowing my luck. Give ourselves a few options on the back of this yellow. See which looks the best. Just going to get rid of this red to the corner pocket. Sorry, to the right middle, I think. Should be able to get the brown back on its spot here. We'll go for the green. Depends what the green looks like into that middle pocket. I think the green to the middle makes sense. This has got to go in. Was a risk, but it's there. Good pot. So, that shot, the pace of that shot meant that we required to pot a long red. So a bit of pressure in this shot. But a good pot. Good cue in there. Could really do with getting that red cleared. This one by the blue. Which gives us a bit more flexibility with playing the blue ball. So that's what I'm attempting to do now. Obviously can't get straight on it because, as with the blue, can't get position on it. So another sort of hit and hope shot here. The red's there, but what's position like? Not fantastic, I have to say. Just thinking if I give that a tap, what's going to be on here? It's worth a go. Bit of a shot to nothing. So the yellow's there. And that position was pretty good. If anything, it left a little bit too much on for my comfort. I'm still not going to go for the black because I just think that that has all the potential to go wrong. And I'm going to go with my gut today. So that's why I've not gone for the black. And that hitting off the jaw there is certainly not going to hurt. And again, rather than go for the blue, it's a little bit more awkward in terms of queuing. While we're not so confident and requiring a boost, we'll play the brown. Move this red. There we go, it's the pink moved, so that's a good shot. But sets us up for a fairly straight blue, so it'd be silly not to take that opportunity. It's there. Playing some nice snooker at the moment. But it all could all go wrong, as we witnessed in the last frame for Ronnie. As you can probably hear, the dog making a typical cameo on this video. She loves the limelight, doesn't she? Again, just not so confident with playing the blue there, so thought I'd play the green. It just makes it easier to screw back the straighter the shot is, of course. But I'm going to look to get straight on the blue this time. Just leaves a nice shot to play next. Oh, it's getting the dog to comment out, and not me. Try to get it composed for a little while longer. I think we are safe to play the black after this red. Only had one black all frame. As you can see, we've relied on the bulk a little bit, but just the red needed. And barring snookers, we take the lead. And I have to say, from being nearly 2-0 down, being 2-1 up is a massive boost. Not going to jinx ourselves yet. For any of you that watched that World Championship video, you'll know exactly what I mean about jinxing myself when you think it's all over in the frame. Don't want to bring that up ever again, thanks. Be a great boost to get a full clearance here, wouldn't it? Really would. This shot's going to go right. We've overhit it a bit. But we can still have a punch at this red. It's easier than I thought it would be, actually. Not played that well either. Going to be tight for this red. I said we didn't play the best shot there. This doesn't go in, doesn't really matter. It's worth a go. I'm never quite confident with these shots on the cushion, but seeing as there's no risk, we might as well play it. And it's dropped. Oh, it's a bit of luck. Might as well go for the full clearance here. Nothing to lose. Oh, that pink was lucky to drop. Only slightly more to the left and would have hit the jaw and not potted it. But well positioned for the yellow. Bit of good judgment there. Love that camera angle how it just flies in the yellow. Love it. Absolutely love it. Play with some right hand side edge to get optimal on the brown. Getting all technical now, aren't we? I said keep it simple. I think we're okay in this frame. We can afford not to be just simple. So blue and pink needed for the ton. We're halfway there. And that's a break of 103. First century of the new season on camera. Against Ronnie O'Sullivan. And this break of 110 will be enough to put us into the lead. It's 2-1. So the tides have turned in this match. I have to say, when Ronnie was making that second break, I didn't think that would be the case. If you went 2-0 up, it would be a very different story. So the pressure all on Ronnie now. Goodness knows what must be going through his mind. But as I said in the last frame, keep composed, don't make a mistake. But that is a beautiful opportunity, even better than the last frame. So see if we can take it. That's a lovely pot. Completely mucked up the resultant shot, to be honest. Wanted to be on the blue straight, so that's a little bit of a shame, but we'll hit and hope here. If anything, we've come a bit too far down. Will this red not go then? Oh, that's tight, but it doesn't, unfortunately. So, just get this cue ball behind the black. It certainly doesn't leave anything on. Ooh, would he put the cue ball in the middle pocket then? So after we had got a good chance to get in, unfortunately, as you can see, it only yielded a break of 3. Much like the previous frames, we'll play this safety battle. See if we can get on the right side of it. But I'm feeling good at the moment. As I said, we don't want to be feeling too good until the game's over. Ultimately. Don't want to get too excited just yet. Good safety on the bulk cushion there. Where's that red going? Well, it's almost like he fluked that. I don't think he meant it. He might have done. But who knows? So Ronnie's got a chance here. Don't know if he went for that red or not, but it was a supplying pot nonetheless. And he's in now. You'd think he would smash open the reds here. His shot's got to go right for him. Not the best split in the world. I think you'd have hoped for a bit more. But it's certainly a start in this frame. That's a cracking pot on the red. Just paced correctly. I did think initially, I thought, ooh, is that not going to go in? But it does. And he's setting himself up for a decent break here. But as we saw in the second frame, and in the first frame to be honest, Ronnie's not done it in one visit. So he's not playing the best snooker in the world. But you watch again. The commentator's curse will show that Ronnie will get 2 centuries and that'll be it now. But let's not hope for that, shall we? Looking clean so far though and keeping the cue ball under control. That's the main thing really. See, now I'd be a bit uncomfortable with that position. Especially being 2-1 down, I'd just never want to play that sort of shot. It'd just make me a bit uncomfortable. I guess it depends on your playing style, really. Get another long pot. It's a risk, certainly. But a little bit of luck on that red with the cannon. But as with the previous frame, he can't do it in one visit. And he's left quite an easy red. Certainly potable. Where's that black going? Oh, well. Need this black to come to our rescue here. It's not going to. Luckily we can still get to the green for a pot. That's what I was panicked about there. Thought that we managed to snooker ourselves. But much like earlier on in this frame, it's a hit and hope here. And through a few collisions, we've got away with it. And we've got a pot on. I always worry when there's no crowd reaction. I'm immediately waiting for well, that was a bad shot, or something along those lines. I get worried. But let's see if we can do it at this visit. Certainly make the most from it anyway, if it's not a frame-winning break. Try and take as many points from O'Sullivan as possible for leaving that red on. If only we'd have played like this in the World Champs. So we're going to go for the blue this time, but actually there is the option to go for the pink. No, I think we'll play for the blue. A little bit safer to get on that red on the cushion. Still make this a tight shot, but unfortunately one that we've just got to make. But actually, with that sort of position, it's not too bad. As long as we've got the luck of the snooker gods. It's there. It's 2 awkward shots in a row. Let's see how we get on with this red. It's not bad position. Not a definite potting chance though, so we'll just give it a tap. Hope for the best. But it's there. So the yellow's off its spot, so just play the straight blue. Get position on the yellow. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, with 27 left, we are level on points with Ronnie. Yeah, oh no, sorry, we are 2 behind, so the yellow will put us level. So the points are spread evenly with 25 remaining, but the difference is it's us at the table. Can we do it? Good question, gents. Let's see, shall we? Not the cleanest there. Still okay. Oof, blue just about drops in. And the pink will be enough for us to win the match. And it looks like, make sure we pop the black first to confirm it. That is just ideal. That's the way I want to do it. The first opportunity possible after the World Championship defeat. I looked in a bit of anxiousness. I was worried about this match, playing Ronnie so soon after the World Championships. But we got the better of him this time, and that is such a great feeling. We beat Ronnie O'Sullivan by 3 frames to 1, and I think you guys will all agree with me that that was such a turnaround there. We stole the 3rd and 4th frame from Ronnie. And, well, real good turnaround. So who will we face in the last 8? Which will be coming in the next few days. It's Ding Junhui. That's an interesting opponent. I don't think I've played Ding for a long time. In fact, yeah, I think the last time I played Ding was something like, I can't remember now. I think it was the semi-final of a tournament and we lost to him. I can't remember what semi-final it was, but I'm sure you'll find out in the next episode. But a great win against O'Sullivan. And next time out, we face Ding Junhui. So that should be an entertaining episode. I'm recording this a little bit in advance, but seeing as now that we're on lockdown with this whole coronavirus, etc., you should be seeing more content from me. So that should mean, fingers crossed, 4 snooker videos a week rather than 3. So if you are excited about that, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you've stopped to this point, as you guys always know, I always appreciate that. So thank you very much. As I've said before, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for the newly announced 4 videos of snooker a week, as well as other content that will be coming to the channel in the next few weeks. As well, hit the notification bell to get notifications whenever videos come out on the channel. But apart from that, I won't do any more self-promotion. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.